Welcome to our channel, Learn English Every Day. Before we continue with today's most important topic, I would like to kindly ask for a small favor. If you are finding value in this content, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. It truly helps us grow and allows us to keep creating more helpful, meaningful lessons for you. Now, with your permission, let's move on to today's main topic. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and felt as if there was an untold story hidden behind them? Maybe you entered a room and instantly sensed tension, discomfort, or strange energy without anyone saying a single word. Or perhaps someone once convinced you with smooth words, only for you to discover later that their behavior revealed the real truth all along. The reality is simple. Life becomes safer, wiser, and more powerful when you learn how to carefully observe people. In today's fast-moving world, observation is more than just a useful ability. It is a hidden advantage that can completely transform how you understand others and protect yourself. If you want to strengthen your awareness, improve your relationships, and become emotionally intelligent, then this lesson is for you. Let's explore the true art of observing people without needing to say much at all. Most individuals see things with their eyes every single day, but very few truly observe with awareness and attention. There is a major difference between casually looking at someone and genuinely noticing them. Every day, people walk past countless strangers at schools, workplaces, public transportation, cafes, and streets. Faces, expressions, movements, and voices pass by constantly. Yet very few people stop long enough to truly understand what they are seeing. Observation is not just about eyesight. It is about awareness. Human beings are like living stories. Some are simple and easy to understand. Others are deep, layered, and difficult to read. Some openly reveal their emotions, while others hide behind masks and silence. Unfortunately, most people only notice the surface. They form instant opinions based on appearance, one sentence, or one moment. They quickly decide someone is intelligent, rude, arrogant, weak, friendly, or cold, without truly understanding them. That is not observation. That is assumption. Real observation requires patience. It requires you to slow down, remain calm, and pay attention to details most people ignore. A careful observer notices when someone's voice changes while discussing painful memories. They notice when a person suddenly becomes tense around certain topics. They notice repeated words, shifting eye contact, nervous hand movements, forced smiles, or uncomfortable silence. Over time, these tiny details begin forming patterns, and patterns reveal truth. This skill can improve almost every area of life. In relationships, it helps you understand what people truly feel, even when they struggle to express it openly. In friendships, it helps you identify honesty, loyalty, insecurity, or emotional pain. In professional environments, observation helps you understand confidence, leadership, stress, dishonesty, or hidden intentions. When you become observant, you make wiser decisions about who to trust and who to avoid. Observation also acts like protection. It allows you to recognize warning signs before problems become serious. For example, you may notice someone constantly avoiding direct questions or changing topics whenever certain subjects arise. You may notice someone smiling outwardly while their body language shows discomfort or dishonesty. These small signs can protect your peace, your time, and your emotional well-being. But observation is not only about understanding other people. It is also about understanding yourself. When you begin paying attention to your own reactions, emotions, habits, and behaviors, your self-awareness starts growing. You begin noticing how stress affects your body, how fear changes your thoughts, or how certain situations trigger emotional responses. This awareness becomes the foundation for personal growth. A person who observes themselves honestly becomes stronger, calmer, and more emotionally intelligent. One of the most important lessons to remember is this: observation is not judgment. Judgment is quick and shallow. Observation is patient and thoughtful. Judgment closes the mind while observation opens it. Judgment creates misunderstanding, while observation creates empathy, connection, and wisdom. In a world where people rush through conversations and rarely listen deeply, the person who truly observes becomes rare and valuable. That person understands human nature more clearly than others, and because of that awareness, they often make better decisions in life. To become a better observer, begin practicing curiosity instead of criticism. Most people immediately label others after witnessing one action or hearing one sentence. They create entire stories based on limited information. But curiosity changes everything. Curiosity asks questions instead of making assumptions. Instead of instantly thinking someone is rude, curiosity asks whether they may be stressed, overwhelmed, insecure, or emotionally exhausted. Instead of deciding someone is cold or distant, curiosity wonders whether they may be shy, anxious, or protecting themselves emotionally. This shift is powerful because curiosity keeps your mind open. Judgment stops learning, but curiosity continues observing. Curious people notice more because they continue paying attention instead of believing they already know everything. Curiosity also improves emotional control. When you stop reacting immediately and start observing calmly, you become harder to manipulate emotionally. You begin responding with wisdom instead of impulse. You become calmer in difficult situations because you seek understanding before reacting emotionally. Many conflicts happen simply because people judge too quickly. Relationships suffer because assumptions replace understanding. But when you observe with patience and curiosity, communication improves and trust becomes stronger. Another essential lesson in understanding people is learning to watch behavior instead of relying only on words. Words can easily be controlled. People often hide their real emotions behind polite language or fake smiles. Someone may claim they are happy while their body language reveals stress or sadness. The body often communicates the truth long before words do. A person may say they feel fine while avoiding eye contact, speaking with a weak tone, or holding tension in their shoulders. Someone may smile while their eyes reveal exhaustion or emotional pain. Body language constantly sends silent messages. Crossed arms may suggest emotional protection or discomfort. Leaning forward may indicate interest and engagement. Restless movements like tapping fingers or shaking legs may reveal nervousness or anxiety. Repeatedly touching the face, avoiding eye contact, or shifting posture during difficult conversations may signal emotional discomfort. Mirroring behavior can also reveal connection and trust. Sometimes people unconsciously copy your posture, gestures, or tone when they feel emotionally comfortable around you. These silent behaviors often reveal more truth than words ever could. However, a wise observer never judges based on one single movement. One gesture alone does not always reveal the full story. Context matters. Patterns matter more than isolated actions. True understanding comes from observing repeated behaviors over time. If someone consistently becomes uncomfortable during certain conversations or repeatedly changes behavior under pressure, those patterns become meaningful. Observation is about connecting details patiently until a clearer picture forms naturally. Listening is another powerful part of observation. Most people believe they are listening, but in reality, they are simply waiting for their chance to speak. Real listening requires complete attention. It means focusing not only on the words themselves, but also on tone, pacing, pauses, and emotional energy. Every voice carries emotion. A shaky voice may reveal fear or nervousness. Speaking unusually fast may indicate anxiety or emotional pressure. Long pauses may reveal hesitation, uncertainty, or hidden thoughts. Changes in volume or tone can signal excitement, discomfort, or emotional tension. Silence itself is also extremely revealing. Sometimes what people avoid saying is more important than what they say. A sudden pause, a changed subject, or emotional withdrawal during certain conversations can reveal unresolved emotions, pain, or discomfort. Silence often speaks louder than words when you learn how to notice it. People who are dishonest sometimes provide too many unnecessary details while trying to appear believable. Others repeat themselves excessively or subtly change parts of their story over time. A careful observer notices these inconsistencies without needing confrontation. Another powerful secret is that silence often encourages honesty. When you remain calm and quiet after someone speaks, many people naturally continue talking to fill the silence. And during those moments, they often reveal more truth than they originally intended. Patience is extremely important here. Observation cannot be rushed. It develops slowly through awareness, practice, and emotional discipline. The more you observe quietly, the more details you begin noticing naturally. You start recognizing emotional shifts in conversations. You begin sensing confidence, insecurity, dishonesty, excitement, fear, or sadness through subtle behaviors. Over time, your understanding of people becomes deeper and more accurate. And perhaps most importantly, observation teaches you wisdom. You stop reacting impulsively. You stop believing every word immediately. You stop making fast assumptions. Instead, you begin understanding human behavior more clearly and compassionately. The world becomes easier to navigate because you are no longer blind to emotional signals, hidden intentions, or behavioral patterns. You begin protecting your peace more effectively. You choose better relationships. You communicate more thoughtfully. And you become emotionally stronger because you understand both yourself and others more deeply. The truth is that people constantly reveal themselves even when they are silent. Their body language, habits, reactions, tone, and patterns are always speaking. Most people simply fail to notice. But once you train yourself to observe carefully, everything changes. You become calmer because you understand more. You become wiser because you react less emotionally. You become stronger because you can recognize truth beyond appearances. Observation gives you awareness, and awareness gives you power. So from now on, do not just look at people. Truly notice them. Do not just hear words. Listen deeply. Do not rush to judge. Stay curious long enough to understand. Because when you master the art of observation, you begin seeing the world in a completely different way.